television. For your information, listen. Savannah News. We are the best. Canada, Toronto. Are you ready? Savannah News. We are the best. The deep truth without fear. Savannah News. We are the best. It's my choice. It's your choice. Nobody. Savannah. We are the best. One more time, my brother. We are the best. My sister. Savannah News. We are the best. Regular movie. Life story. Savannah News. We are the best. One more time, my brother. We are the best. My sister. Savannah News. We are the best. Canada, Toronto. Are you ready for your information? Savannah News. We are the best. SSN TV. For your information. Listen. Savannah News. We are the best. Savannah News. We are the best. Present Jimmy Adekunle. Listen.
Yes, so good morning from here, live from Savannah News Television Studio. Today is 24th of June, a Friday for that matter. Thank God it's Friday. And we have some issues lined up for our audience this morning, for our viewers this morning. And we have some critical issues from Equitable to issues of Burantai and others on the media space in Nigeria. First of all, we are going to bring in an expert, a lawyer, to discuss these issues immediately after the paper review. And as usual, we are going to pick from our Punch newspaper of today, Friday. On the front page of the paper today, aggrieved National Assembly members plan showdown with governors over lost tickets. You know, most of them went to contest in their various states and they lost out. One of them is one of our House of Rep member. He lost out. House of Rep member in Akoko, I think Honorable Adeogun, he didn't make it. And also a senator in Ondo State too, from the all over, didn't make it. So they say they're all planning, I don't know, not showdown, because especially you can plan showdown with their own party members who are governors, you know. But if you're in a position and you lost out, there's nothing. I don't think any showdown is for you. Having said that, you can get that story on the Punch of newspaper today. Alleged organ trafficking. Equitable wife risk long jail term if convicted. That issue is still sketchy. We don't know the true story of it, because we have a letter here on that issue that Equitable wrote. He wrote a letter to for the application of visa for this said person. Let me read the letter to the hearing of my viewers. This is a letter, I mean, on his letter-headed paper. Before I read, I want you to see, this is just how the letter looks like on the letter-headed paper of Deputy Senate President Equitable. Then I will read it live for all to your hearing. I will read it to your hearing. The letter is dated December 28, 2021. Visa section, British High Commission, Abuja. Dear Sir, Madam, medical visa application for Ukpo Unwamini David. That is the letter they sent to the visa section of the British High Commission. They are the one in charge of issuing visa. I'm writing in support of the visa application made by Mr. Ukpo Unwamini David, who is currently having medical investigation for a kidney donation to Miss Sonia Ekweremadu. David and Sonia will be at the Royal Free Hospital, London, and I will be providing the necessary funding. I have enclosed a statement of my bank account. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you require additional information. Please accept my assurance. Please accept the assurance of my highest regards. Yours faithfully, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, PhD, CFR. This is letter is sent, and going to the news now, to their arrest, because they are currently in detention, both the wife and Ekweremadu, and they say they risk long-term jail if convicted. I don't know. This is the story. The specialist crime team of the Metropolitan Police in London has arrested a former Deputy Senate President Ike Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice. They were arrested for alleged conspiracy to harvest the organ of a child. How old is that Ekpo? Want to know, because the age was not specified in that letter. Okay, they were arrested for alleged conspiracy to harvest the organs of a child who is currently in protective custody. If convicted, the couple will get a maximum of life sentence to 12 months imprisonment or a fine, or both on summary conviction under the United Kingdom Modern Slavery Act 2015. We are trying to see if we can get the age of the boy. That is what we are concerned here. The charges follows an investigation by the Metropolitan Police Specialist Crime Team. A. Beatrice Nwaneka Ekweremadu, 55, of Nigeria, is charged with conspiracy to arrange / facilitate traveling of another person with a view of exploitation, namely organ harvesting. B. Ike Ekweremadu, 60, Nigeria is charged with conspiracy of arranging, facilitate the travel of another person with a view of exploitation, namely organ harvesting. The investigation was launched after detectives were alerted of potential offenses under modern slavery legislation in May 2022. The first said. The Punch gathered that the senator's daughter needed an organ transplant. Okay. A source said one of his children needs an organ transplant. Probably the arrangement was not tidy in the face of British law. Our correspondent learned that Ekweremadu and his wife were arrested on Tuesday at the Heathrow Airport in London en route to Istanbul, Turkey. They were arraigned before the UK Magistrates Court on Thursday. According to the court proceeding, as reported by Arise TV, monitored by one of our correspondents, Ekweremadu and Beatrice appeared in Uxbridge Magistrate Court. The alleged victim in this case is a homeless 15-year-old boy who was brought to the UK by Mr. and Mrs. Ekweremadu off the streets of Lagos, Nigeria. This is where the problem lies. They were both charged with conspiracy to arrange and facilitate travel of another person with the aim of exploitation, namely organ harvesting. They conspired to bring a child from Nigeria, a 15-year-old boy, to harvest his organ. The boy was promised a better life. The prosecutors told the court that the former Deputy Senate President procured a passport for the boy and claimed he was 21 years old, but discovered that he was 15 years old. The court learned that Ekwuremadu's daughter has been battling with kidney failure and has been on dialysis for a while and needed a kidney transplant. So the boy was brought in to give one of his kidney to the daughter. We can now see the whole true picture now. There is a serious problem. Ekwuremadu is a serious problem if you know how the British law operates. One, he lied. That is falsification. He said the boy is 21, meanwhile the boy is 15. Two, exploitation. The boy was on the street. He's 15, the boy doesn't have a mind of his own. He's not an adult. So he cannot make a decision. Who made his decision on him on that critical aspect of life, of removing his organ? You are removing somebody's organ to appease your own daughter. It's a serious case. We just saw the whole picture now. It's a serious case. We are bringing in a lawyer on this studio to discuss that issue extensively. We will come back to that actually. Still on the paper, still on the news. Buhari rules out bail option for Nnamdi Kanu. How 3 ex-bank workers plan with hackers to steal 20 billion naira. That is coming from a witness. 20 billion. I told you our system is porous. Anybody can hack into our system. It's porous. Magodo residents lament as policemen lead land grabbers to excavate wetland. Policemen lead land grabbers. Policemen lead land grabbers. Hijab ruling. Drama as lawyer wears native doctor's attire to Supreme Court. I think. Yeah, hello barrister, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, I will get across to you now in the next 10 minutes now. Sorry, 10 minutes. I will bring you on stage. Thank you, thank you, barrister. That is our guest speaking, talking to us. What a nice person. Hijab ruling. Drama as lawyer wears native doctor's attire to Supreme Court. You get that full story in the Punch. We posted it on our page. Rivers ADC governorship candidate nominates Tonto Dike as running mate. You can see that these people are not serious people. Tonto Dike as running mate. Some people are just jesters politically. I don't understand. Some people are just jesters. Just want to get the name that they are governorship aspirant, a candidate. They are governorship candidate. They want to have that nomenclature of SSXX. Union activities suspension in Edo higher institution, not witch hunt. That is coming from the governor of Obaseki. Union activity suspension in Edo higher institutions, not witch hunt. Why did you have to do that? There must be a reason for him trying to suspend union in higher institutions, which means schools like University of Benin, Ekpoma, all those schools, they have suspended their union. South APC leaders pledge support for Tinubu. That is for sure. Akwa Ibom gets new police commissioner. Let us see this story, the new police commissioner in Akwa Ibom. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has approved the posting of CP, Commissioner of Police, Olatoye Durosimi, as the new Commissioner of Police for Akwa Ibom State. Durosimi took over from Andrew Amegeme, who has since been promoted to Assistant Inspector General of Police and posted out of the state. Congratulations to Olatoye Durosimi on his new appointment as the Commissioner of Police for Akwa Ibom State. Oil company donates sanitary pads to schoolgirls in Akwa Ibom. Bandit released 29 Zamfara cell phone sellers. Serious case. 3 injured as hoodlums disrupt PVC collection in Osun. Mob lynches 2 suspected motorcycle thieves in Oyo. Kano businessman jailed 7 years over 7 million naira fraud. 2 arrested for forging Lagos vehicle registration document. Federal government save 10.2 trillion via TSA IPPIS. Uncovers 70,000 ghost workers. 70,000 ghost workers. Reps probe remittances, withdrawals from ecological fund. And also, we're giving a story that is making headlines too about the raid of ICPC. ICPC raided some private homes in Abuja, and they discover a lot of things. And what we learned was the home belongs to the former Chief of Army Staff, Burantai, who is currently an ambassador. And ICP has cleared the air that truly they raided a house, and the house is owned by a military contractor. The commission wishes to state that ICPC operative raided a property in Wuse 2 of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, on Thursday, 16 June 2020, between 5 p.m. and 12 a.m. in suspicion of money laundering. Fact available for the time being indicates that the property is owned by owner of K Salam Construction Company, a military contractor. A military contractor. You want to know that military contractor that is keeping cash of 175 million naira cash of $220,000, a G-Wagon 2022 edition of BMW, and a Mercedes-Benz cars, customized mobile phones, several designers' wristwatches, including 3 Rolexes, and some property documents. The commission arrested the managing director of K Salam Construction Nigeria Limited, Mr. Kabiru Salau, and investigation is ongoing. The commission is here to conclude the investigation and prefers not to preempt the outcome, and also avoid frenzy of media trial. Signed, Azuka Agugwa, spokesman for ICPC. The story: exclusive anti-graft agency ICPC uncovers billions in cash meant for arms, ammunition to fight Boko Haram in Abuja home of ex-Chief of Army Staff Burantai. Burantai is a retired Lieutenant General, was the Chief of Army Staff between 2015 and 2021. This is coming from Sahara Reporters, New York. So Sahara Reporters, they always get their facts. So we want to know who is this Mr. Kabiru Salau, who they said is the managing director of K Salam Construction Company Nigeria Limited, and where did he get all those monies from? Which job is it? Which construction? Which job did they do? That company did to have gotten 175 million cash, $220,000 cash, 3 Rolex watches, and a lot of properties, 2022 BMW edition, a G-Wagon, a lot of designer cars, customized mobile telephones, and several wristwatches. We want to know, these are the things we are talking about, that money meant for purposes. You will see them in our budget. You will see money released, but it did not go to where it's supposed to go to. We are watching this very case and want to know who is the owner of all these things. But before Sarah Potter came out to say that it was the home of Burantai, I'm sure they have their facts that house belonged to the former chief of army staff. On this junction, we are bringing in our guest this morning. We are bringing our guest this morning. He's a lawyer and a social commentator. He's based in Akure, state capital of Ondo State, and he has been a regular guest here. He has been a reliable regular guest of ours on this studio. I hope we get across to him to do justice to give us some legal okay, give us some legal okay. He's coming on board. Good morning, barrister.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, I would say.
Okay, good morning from here. You know, we are operating in different continents.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you kindly introduce yourself to my esteemed viewers, please, barrister?
Well, my name is Wale Abimbola, a legal practitioner based here in Akure, Ondo State. Where I also comment on social issues and for now in Nigeria. So here I am. It'd be nice. It's nice seeing you once again.
Yeah. Good morning. Thank you very much, barrister, for being there for us on this our program, Savannah News Television. Yeah. Quickly, without wasting your time, barrister. We know you are a very busy person. We just want to bring to the front burner. We have two issues here that we want you to look at them at the legal point of view. One is the issue of our former Senate President, Senator Ekweremadu, and the wife. As we speak now, they are in detention in faraway United Kingdom and they were being charged for child trafficking and I don't know. I'm sure you know about that story, barrister. And right now, yeah. What do you think really happened, and what is their hope, and what is? I'm sure you know about the story. What is your take on this, barrister?
Oh, thank you very much. We received the news with a bit of shock, yesterday, that the former Deputy President of the Republic of Nigeria, Senator Dr. Ekweremadu, a three-term Deputy President, and his spouse was arrested in the United Kingdom by the Metropolitan Police, and have been charged, taken before a magistrate court in the UK on the allegation of conspiracy, to commit the offense of child trafficking, and of course that they are also alleged of organ harvesting. Hello, are you?
Yeah. Go ahead. Well, of course.
Are you with me, please?
Well, we are with you. The whole world is with you. We are with you.
Hello.
We are with you, barrister.
Hello.
Yeah, barrister, I can hear you. Yes, we are with you. We are with you. Go ahead. Oh. Nigerian Factor will try again to get across to him. He's trying to explain the issue of the Kudemadu issue. We will still try again to see, try the line Nigerian Factor. We will still try again to see the network has been so bad. Nigerian network. It seems the network is bad in Nigeria. We lost the signal, and but we're still waiting for him to see. Still waiting for him. It seems we lost the signal there. Yeah, he was trying to. We are trying to discuss the issue of Ekweremadu, and in the legal point of view, he's a lawyer. He's a constitutional lawyer, so that he can really give our viewers the real dossier about the legal implication. But before you have been arrested in places like the UK, US, they must have gotten their facts right. They must have gotten all their indices to nail whosoever they are arresting. And one, there is forgery here, falsification, because they said the said boy is just 15, not 21, and that is forgery to have said the guy is 21, because they will ask the boy how old is he truly, and they have some document, they will have run their various tests to ascertain the age of that boy, and also the boy is not an adult. At 15, he's still a very young, he's still a teenager, which he cannot determine for himself. They will still establish it whether it was child trafficking, because who was involved, who authorized the little boy? Is it the father? Is it the mother? But we learned that even this boy was taken off the street of Lagos. Exploitation. He was taken off the street of Lagos on the promise of taking him to the UK, and I think he's back. I think he's coming back. Okay, I think he's back. Hold on. Barrister, sorry, you are back again. I think there's a network.
Yes, I think the network problem, the normal Nigerian issue.
Yeah.
As I was saying, yesterday we received the information of the arrest, upon the prosecution of the Dr. Senator Ekweremadu, Nigeria's three-time Deputy Senate President, and his wife, on the allegation of one, child trafficking and organ harvesting, really involving a minor. Now, as it is now, the case, the two of them have been remanded, in custody, and the case has been adjourned to sometime early in the month of July. Now, basically, I think there are many questions begging for answer, concerning that issue, because a letter again surfaced on the social media. How genuine data is, and one may not know, about the application of Senator Ekweremadu, who I believe to know, the right thing. Being a lawyer, he has a PhD in law. I was informed as a professor of law. I believe we heard that he wrote a letter to the British. Hello.
Yeah.
Informing them of the reason, of the reason why he wanted to take that the young man outside the country. And supposedly, we believe that he has procured, the consent, of the young man. And again, having informed the British High Commission in Nigeria, the big question is why then was he granted visa if they knew that the object of his going to that country, was unlawful? Why? It's like me saying I want to come into your country with drugs, hard drugs, and you still granted me visa. So I think there are lots of questions. Again, another image surfaced on social media related to the person in contention, that's the said minor. And there are issues, questions bordering about whether he actually is a 15-year-old that being peddled. You see, all these things will be reviewed one during trial, and of course we believe that we heard that the Met Police are investigating this allegation. And so by the time they go next to court, a lot of facts will be revealed to the world. But I think Senator Koremadu is in a kind of mess. It is not just him, but his wife. Not just him and his wife, but their daughter that is having a kidney problem. Because the person, the subject of this allegation, who we were told is a minor, is supposed to be on that trip to donate a kidney to the daughter of Senator Koremadu. So it's like it's in trouble on all fronts. We can only wish that to justice be done. And what is justice here? Justice to Senator Koremadu and his wife, justice to his daughter, and justice to that boy that was said to have been the victim of child trafficking and attempted organ harvesting.
Yeah, Barrister, with our own investigation, what happened is this. There is falsification. There is falsification because we learned that Koremadu said the boy was 21. The boy is 21 years old. But because the passport given to the boy, the passport they give for the application of the visa would definitely carried a date of birth.
The age of the person.
Yeah. So, but now the British government have established that the boy was just 15, not 21. So he's been charged for falsification, right? And the letter of Ekweremadu was to facilitate the visa for the boy, which is normal. But he did not. And also it was established that the boy was picked on the street of Lagos, which is exploitation. So how do you see this? Because before British government, British police will charge to court, they must have gotten their facts. They don't do a haphazard job like what we have back home. They must have done their findings before they swing into action. They must have arrested the boy, they must have taken the boy, because the boy now is in a protective custody as we speak. So they must have asked the boy some question. How old are you? And the boy will tell them when he was born, where he was born, and where did they pick you from, right? So, and if the boy is 15, that is a very serious issue because the boy is a minor. The boy doesn't have a mind of his own. At the legal point of view, how do you see this, Barrister?
Yes, like I said, at this point, the issue of whether we have established may be very difficult to comment on. More so as the case already pending in court. We derived our jurisprudence. Our jurisprudence is basically fashioned after the British jurisprudence. Where an accused person is presumed innocent or the contrary is proved. Now, Peter has explained. Well, the onus is on the authorities in Britain, in the UK, to prove, that the subject matter, the person who is the victim, of the alleged offense, is actually a minor. And like I where he is a minor, and in agreeing with you, if it's actually proved to be a minor, then there will be a very messy problem, for Senator Goremadu, because one, a minor is not capable, of giving consent, except where either the parents or guardians give consent on his behalf, and I wonder whether such person can even be given, particularly where it relates to an organ. The boy was supposed to be 21, according to the information on his passport. And I believe there are still many investigators that may want to unveil the mysteries behind all these forgery, because the young man himself or the boy himself, if it is eventually established that is above 15 and that is not a minor, it can be in they take on around, So it is a double-edged sword that can only be unraveled during the trial of the case, and after the investigations and everything that has been done has been made open, and Senator Goremadu and his wife are confronted with this with the facts of investigation, and that will of course prove their culpability or otherwise. But at this point, I think, with all due respect, that it is immature. It is not yet mature for us, to begin to conjecture, about what the outcome of the trial may likely be. See, so that is the way I look at it. I see it in a way that, one, the questions that need to be answered, most importantly, is this boy a minor? If the answer is yes, then a lot of issues will now have to come in. You have issue of child trafficking, issue of organ harvesting, issue of conspiracy,
falsification, forgery.
Yes, forgery. We have to come in, so there are a lot of things, but Senator Goremadu, I believe, being a lawyer by himself, ought to have known the implication of what he is doing, and I believe he ought to have prepared himself, for the consequences of whatever might arise therefrom. But if actually he informed the British High Commission of the purpose for which he's bringing the young man, then the question will now arise that at what point did the UK authorities become aware of the fact that the age of the boy had changed from 21 to 15? Made the report. Was it the boy? Did somebody report on his behalf? Those questions will need to be answered at the case.
Or it may be that the boy wanted to use that avenue to travel out, and the boy got to the airport, got in Heathrow, and now revealed that, look, this is what they're bringing me for here. Maybe it's that, because he's a street boy, according to them.
That's another theory. We have also thought about that with that guy having gotten to the UK, becomes U3 and doesn't want to donate his kidney any longer, and to use the Nigerian streets, like maybe the guy wants to jump up.
Yeah.
And he wants to come back to Nigeria. And the only way he can achieve that is to blackmail the Goremadu to submission and leaving him alone. So at this point now, he has made himself a subject of in fact, at this point, it's very easy for him to apply for a refugee status.
No, it's already on a protective custody, and I can assure you, that boy may not return to Nigeria, because they will establish that his life is no longer safe here in Nigeria, and they will give him a refugee status in the UK. That is the fact. That is just the fact we know about that.
But that would depend again on the investigation of the actual age. One, even if the boy was put on the street, he will not fall from the skies. He came from some parents, and there can be a collaboration between the Metropolitan Police and the Nigerian Police, or using the Interpol, to investigate all these circumstances of his birth, circumstances of his age, to know, does he even have parents You know, people that are on the street also have parents. They did not fall from the sky.
Yeah, but you know, Nigerian factor. You can pick somebody on the street and tell him, okay, I'm taking you to the UK. Donate one of your kidney to us. Then you have a better life in the UK. So it's still as you said, it's a two-edged sword. The line has gone again. What an interesting topic. The line has gone again. You see, things are revealing itself. It's possible that the guy himself blew out the lead in the UK on arriving UK, because it's possible the guy wanted to use Equitable office or status to get a UK visa, and it's possible he's not willing to donate his own organ. He's calling us back. What? Let us see again. He's calling us back. Let's see.
I'm so sorry for the break.
Yeah, we understand. We understand Nigerian factor. You can go ahead. You are saying it's an interesting program. As I was saying.
It's really, yeah. So as I was saying, see, all this will depend on.
Hold on, please. Hold on, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I believe the Equatorial Madness must have been detained, you know, because of the to allow for, you know, the thorough investigation. And I believe it is because of the investigation that will reveal, you know, the culpability or the ability of either the Equatorial Madness or they are innocent. And also it is that we also, you know, clearly that will answer that question, that question is still begging for answer, the question of how old is this complainant, how old is the subject matter of this allegation. Is he actually 15? Is he 21 as alleged in the passport? Was there who procured an affidavit of his date of birth? In case there is no there is no birth certificate. If there is no birth certificate, there must have been an affidavit of his date of birth, and somebody must have been the deponent who deposed to that affidavit, or the contrary, if there was a birth certificate, where was the certificate issued? So there are many questions that the investigation will have to review. The unfortunate thing is that while all these are going on, the young lady, the daughter of the Equatorial that is down with kidney problem, we hope that she's still alive, you know, to get the adequate treatment, because all lives matter, including the life of the daughter of Equatorial. So those are the dimensions that I see in it.
Yeah.
The life of, like I said, while all these are ongoing, we also should care about the life of the daughter of the Equatorial Madus.
Yeah.
See, because she also deserves some treatment.
But don't you think that Equatorial should have there are people that sell organ, I mean, legally, even abroad. Don't you think they should have opted for that than coming to? My thinking is that they don't want to spend money, because if you want to spend money for organ transplant, it's everywhere in the world. You can buy organ, but it seems they want to exploit. They want to exploit this little boy. Don't you think so? I'm coming.
You see, all over the world, we always take side with the man that appears weaker. You see, as it is, we need again to know the intent. If that question, that sounds a bit logical, that yes, they want to save cost by looking for a struggling, hustling, innocent child on the streets of Lagos or wherever, and picking him up to do this dirty job and just paying peanuts. On the other hand, we need to investigate to know whether the boy or anybody who is custodian gave consent for this transaction or for this deal. So, like I said, the reasoning is very, very very appropriate to assume that, well, because this is a boy of a Mr. Nobody, that they want to exploit his poor status.
Exactly.
But on the contrary, we've seen cases of children too who are made into crimes. Just this week, we were informed that in the state that a teenager was arrested for being by the Amotekun in the state for being a kidnapper. So there are lots of dimensions to all these things. Not so long ago, there was the case of the shooting in the United States by a little school boy who shot people and killed people. So crime and criminality these days appear not to have any respect for age or status. So there are lots of questions that will need to be answered. Because I think if a man who has too many things to hide, the rules are written to inform the authority about the
No, if he has not written, there's no way the guy could have gotten a visa. So he has to write. That is not an excuse.
Okay.
He has to write for that guy to get a visa.
He wrote and indicated the purpose for which he was taken in there.
Yeah, because if it's not indicated, there must be a purpose for the guy traveling abroad, right? But the question here is that is the boy 21 or 15? That is the main question they want to establish.
That is the biggest question.
Is it 15? Is the guy 15 or 21 as he claimed?
That is the biggest question that will make that investigation will have to unravel. That whether the boy is 15 or 21.
Yeah.
Because unless we are able to ascertain that, it may be difficult to pin put a value down on the issue of the allegation of the guy being a minor.
A minor.
But where it is established that the person in question is actually a 15-year-old boy, I guess the Value will be in for a long time.
And you agree with me as a lawyer that boy will be a principal witness.
Obviously, he has to be a witness.
Because the guy in question, we know when he was born. We know this when he went to school.
Yeah.
You will know he has the document. So
all those things will be exactly what I'm saying. That one, I said the boy did not drop from the sky. Somebody was giving back to him.
So the guy is in a protective custody as we speak, and they will not. The British government will not release him.
I think that's the right thing to be done for him. Put him in the custody where investigation will not be tampered with. Where he's protected, where he's safe, okay? And I believe even where he is, he too must have been subjected to some claim. At the level of that custody where he's protected custody where he is, there will be questions that will be put to him that it too will need to answer. I'm sure they will have put the question of who his parents, his actual parents are to him, where he was born, because even if I say this is my age, like we always say in law, that the first hearsay evidence is your date of birth, because it is hearsay. It's what you were told. If my father or my mother called me today and tell me that the day I think is my date of birth was a mix-up, that I have a difficult, they are the one that gave birth to me. So the fact that I say this is my age is a mere hearsay.
No, but barrister, we are talking about advanced countries here, so it's very easy for them to ascertain the age of the boy. Just the bone marrow or the blood alone will tell you how old the boy is.
Not the blood. I think they have what they call the MRI test.
Okay.
That will clear something.
We will clear the issue of how old he is. You know, you remember one footballer that went to this footballer that went for trial that falsifies his age abroad. By the time they tested him, they saw that the guy is a full-blown adult. You know, so they will always get that.
There are many of them like that.
Yeah, barrister, quickly, from Koremadu now, there is another crucial issue. We have just only 5 minutes for this issue. The issue of ICPC broke into a home in Wuse in Abuja, and they discovered billions of raw cash and Rolex watches and a lot of things. And it was claimed that, according to Savannah reporter, they said the house belonged to former chief of army staff Burantai. right? But now ICPC have come out. They say the house belongs to one military contractor's house. So what is your take on this? They arrested one person, one Salau, that is the MD of something Salau Construction, and that they are military contractors. But the question is this: is it legal for you to keep billions of naira in your house, cash?
That's the biggest question. There are laws against, there are money laundering laws in Nigeria. So keeping that amount of money in the private custody to be amount of money laundering. So does it belong to General Buratai? The ICPC has said no, at least for now. Like I said, in the case of equitable, there are a lot of things that investigators will have to unravel. So we don't, for now, the facts are still sketchy. But as it is, I just hope there won't be any cover-up from any angle. Let the name of that contractor be made known. Let him be made to answer for what and why he's keeping such a humongous amount of money in his residence, and for what purpose, and from where he got that money. You know, even as developing or that developed as we may be here in this part of the world, most of the victims dealings now are done, in a cashless manner. So what somebody is doing with that humongous amount of money in his house need to be investigated. The angle of General Buratai was initially mentioned. Maybe we need to be clarified by the ICPC further, because we have to bear in mind that General Buratai was most upon the time the director of procurement of the Nigerian Army. So we need to know whether I have any leadership, any dealing with this anonymous or faceless contractor.
Yeah, it's a simple thing. They want to investigate that company, who owns the house, who owns the company, and why is he keeping such a huge amount of money at home?
Yes, what is he doing with that, and from what source did he get that money?
That money, that is it. From what source? Because we learned that it was money meant for Boko Haram, to fight Boko Haram. That was what Sarah Potter said.
And today, General Buratai may be in the books of some people. It's an ambassador. But I know one day will come when there will be a Pharaoh that will not know Joseph.
Well, but we are following the case bumper to bumper. As a human rights activist personally, I'm following the case bumper to bumper. I have sent that message to the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Canada and to the Secretary of State in the US. We are following the case holistically. We want to know who owns the money, where the money comes from, who owns that house, and the legality of keeping such a huge amount of money. These are the issues we are having, the problem we're having in Nigeria. Money diverted. If you remember very well, a military general who was on the war front in Boko Haram, fighting Boko Haram, raised the issue that they lack ammunition, that the money meant for them are not giving them. The allowances for soldiers were not paid. And this same Buratai was fingered. He was fingered. Buratai was fingered several times.
We even saw videos of soldiers who were complaining of ordinary water to drink.
They don't see. So these are why the monies are going to. Only one person will pack the money that is meant for the welfare of the soldiers at the war front, right? And that is the reason why why Nigeria is losing the war. The generals in charge, they are feeding fat on these poor soldiers on the front line. So we are following this case holistically.
And like I said, one day will come when there will be a Pharaoh that will not know Joseph. I believe that day will come very soon. So again, before I leave, I saw a breaking news not too long ago.
Okay.
That's section 8412 of the Electoral Act that forbids political office holders from being party delegates and being voting and being voted for at party convention. The appeal filed by General Buhari and his government has been thrown away. Therefore, that provision of the law remains.
Wow. That's a good news for us.
The Supreme Court has given that judgment, I think, early this morning.
Wow, that's a good news for us. That is a good news for us. We are getting there. We just pray that the judiciary play their own role holistically. They are the last hope of the common people. Understand? That is a good news for us. Barrister, thank you very much for your time this morning. At this junction, we draw the curtain for today's program. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we just finished speaking with a constitutional lawyer and a barrister at law and also a social commentator on this program. You heard from him. He has threw justice into the whole thing, and you have seen what is happening in Nigeria. But for the issue of the money they found in Abuja, we are going to follow it bumper to bumper. And as a human rights activist personally, we are taking it up. We have gotten our facts together and we are writing necessary authorities, because these are the issues we are facing in Nigeria. Money meant to fight insurgency have been diverted. I don't know why somebody will be having 3 Rolex watches. These are millions of dollars. And they've discovered, according to them, ICPC, they discovered 175 million naira in a house, and also about $222,000 cash in a house. And that's, Nigerian factor. Before they would declare that amount of money, you know what I'm talking about. Some of those monies will have entered some places to have declared that openly. Half of them has gone, and want to know who owns that house. Want to know where they get that money from. Want to know what is it doing with that cash in the house. We want to know all this. And we are following this issue. You see our soldiers are being killed on daily basis fighting insurgency with inferior weapons. The fact remains that the Boko Haram has a more sophisticated weapons more than the Nigerian army. That is just the truth. If you like, you don't take it. I'm telling you the truth, our investigation. Because you will see billions upon billions on budget, but that money is not released. That money is taken away from particular individuals. And these are the monies we are seeing. They say he's a military contractor. We want to know why is he a military contractor? What qualifies that company as a military contractor? Are you a military contractor so you start stockpiling our own naira and dollars in the house? A military contractor? We want to know. That's Salah that was arrested. We want to know. These are all the things we are following, and this is a warning to ICPC. Don't plan to cover up at all, because this case is an open case and we will follow it to the later. Also, the issue of equitable, we are following it and we will be bringing you as events are unfolding. At this junction, I will say good morning to my people out there and stay out of trouble. Thank God it's Friday, and stay out of trouble and make sure that you adhere to all our security tips. As if you are going anywhere, make sure that you inform 1 or 2 people about your movement so that you can be traced, and at any particular point in time, people will know where you are. Good morning.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about our place in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. To set positive change to us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonle Oluchimi Chapo. Savannah News TV. Emileke, I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.